Okay, I went from being just excited about summer approaching to really excited about summer approaching. But, first things first. Good morning, happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so, you know what? It's appropriate I'm talking about this on the final day of April, seeing as how, summer really is right around the corner. And I just said there's, excited about summer. I'm excited about summer approaching. How about I tell you why? So, first of all, I am here to announce that the Infinity War Journal is coming! Woo! Oh, sorry. Some of you don't know what the Infinity War Journal is. Well, one of the guys I've watched since college is a internet critic known as Eric Rodriguez, or he goes by Erod, but his main epithet is the Blockbuster Buster. He basically busts, bad movies, and he'll do positive or honest reviews of good movies. And when it comes to honest reviews, in Phase 1, before the first Avengers movie came out, he basically did a series of honest reviews of, the first, MCU movies, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America, the First Avenger. All leading up to the first Avengers movie, which he did an honest review for that in the spring of 2013, which was actually before I graduated college. So that was really cool. And for Phase 2, he did the same thing, only he actually named this sort of this series of honest reviews Countdown to the Age of Ultron, up until the final first the Countdown to the Age of Ultron, where we did the 4 movies in Phase 2, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy. And even though Ant-Man came out after Age of Ultron, I did Ant-Man first. And during the final countdown, actually, interesting fact about that, he actually also did a review of X-Men Days of Future Past as well, which that was really neat. And you basically get know the story. Oh, he also did one of Big Hero 6 as well during the final countdown, so that was really cool. So now in Phase 3, he's doing the same thing, only now he's calling this group of honest reviews the Infinity War Journal, which consists of all 10 movies of Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, oh, how can I forget Black Panther, holy cow, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, and now Avengers Endgame. So, 10. And during the video, and I'll put a link to it in the description, he said that, obviously, it's good. He also mentioned, if he were to describe how this movie is, he said, take all the great parts of Star Trek The Next Generation and the entirety of Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, put that together, and then give it a whole lot of steroids. Yes, it is that good. And he actually also said something pretty interesting that I actually have to agree with him on. He basically said that right now, Marvel should take a very nice long break from doing any Avengers movies. Now, I love the Avengers movies, but I have to admit, those movies take an awful lot to make, write, produce, all that stuff. To put things in perspective, the first 2 Avengers movies were written and directed by the great and awesomely powerful Joss Whedon. for both Infinity War and Endgame, it took 4 guys, 2 to write and 2 to direct, for these movies to be made. I mean, don't get me wrong, all 4 of those individuals are insanely talented and they all have bright futures ahead of them. But, again, those 4 guys to equal the 1 man that was Joss Whedon. That should tell you something right there. So, yes, he said that, again, they should take a long break from doing Avengers movies. And I do agree. 4 in 3 phases, that's enough. It's a nice solid number. I mean, of course I want more. We all want more. But at the same time, there are some things that are meant to be, and if when phase 4 ends, and this is what he said, I think they should end it with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Because I feel that there's enough hype to it. And, those are the last great heroes from the first 3 phases of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, in Phase 4, have them go out with nothing short, of a bang. That'd be good. Before they go to a new Avengers movie, rebooting with a whole, group of heroes. The only question is who would be in that new Avengers. Well, Spider-Man probably Doctor Strange. I hope Black Panther. Captain Marvel. So, honestly, Marvel's in good hands. I know for a fact that the end of Phase 4 is nowhere near as going to be as good as the end of Phase 3. I'm okay. I will be okay with that. I will totally be okay with that. Because, if you saw Endgame, then what is ever going to top that? That nothing's going to top that. I mean, again, not since Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 have I seen a series of movies be made over the span of 10 plus years, and the final one was the best one. That's insane. It takes, that's something that you may never see again in your lifetime. Well, actually, what? I should rephrase that. It used to be that you would never see it again in your lifetime. But because I know that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going strong, and I know that, and because I know that there is a lot of franchises that are trying to do what the MCU is doing. A lot of them are failing miserably, but eventually, you're going to get one that's going to rise up and, be, just as good and prominent as, say, the Harry Potter movies or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to get that again. We are. It's going to happen. I mean, we have seen some flashes. I mean, the Hunger Games, that's one example of, a series of movies that are good. So, it's possible. But, we gotta hope. But, honestly, I think the important thing and why I think it will happen again, the whole thing about a series of movies with having the last one be the best one, is there are so many people out there who are brimming with talent, who are hungry, they're young, and they want to take a shot at something like this. And to those people, I salute you, first of all. And second of all, as long as we have that, I think in terms of getting good quality entertainment, we have ourselves a bright future ahead of us. Especially when the vast majority of those people want to work for Disney. Just like, Marvel is an affiliate of Disney, so you know what? Yeah. Although, speaking of Disney, that leads into another thing I'm excited about, and this is actually what I really want to talk about more. Oh, right. I should probably finish the Infinity War Journal thing by saying that the Infinity War Journal, he said, was going to come out in July or August. So, a little while from now, but you know what? Today's April 30th. It's the last day of April. So, we gotta wait a little while, but thankfully it's not too long. Plus, again, we waited 10 plus years to see Endgame. I think we can wait a few months. I waited 2 years for my brother to get married after he got engaged. I can wait. I can wait. Okay. Now I get into the other thing I was going to talk about. So, there's actually a new cartoon coming out that I saw a sneak preview for and the theme song for. It's called Amphibia. It was created by the story. It's made from the same people who made the show Gravity Falls. In fact, specifically the storyboard artist from Gravity Falls is responsible for making this show. And, you know, it's made in the same style as Gravity Falls. It looks like it's hand-drawn animation, which, I mean, nothing against, you know, Flash animation. There's been a lot of great shows with Flash animation, but hand-drawn animation just looks so gorgeous in the grand scheme of things. So, keeping that in mind, you know, the show looks great. The theme song is incredibly catchy. You know, the sneak peek, both the theme song and the sneak peek, I'll put a link in the description. But the thing about Amphibia that interested me the most, and this is actually something I looked up, this is the first instance of a Disney Channel show, or an animated show in general, in which the main protagonist is Thai American. And moreover, we're getting Amphibia, we're getting a show called Owl House, and we're getting a long-awaited show, Infinity Train. I think this also might be the very first instance where we get a series of animated shows on the horizon, and every single, you know, protagonist is female. And again, I just said, for Amphibia, it's a Thai American girl. So, yeah, that's, you know, this is honestly a great time to be a fan person, fanboy, fangirl, anyone. This is a great time to be alive. So, I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to embrace it. And that is great with me. Although, the awesome thing about Amphibia, and this is the last thing I wanted to talk about, not only is the main protagonist Thai American, but her voice actress is Brenda Song. Oh, right, some of you youngsters don't know who that is. Well, back in the 90s and mid-2000s, Disney Channel had a series of original shows called, you know, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and The Sweet Life on Deck, and there was one character named London who was played by Brenda Song, who was, you know, your stereotypical, you know, not very smart girl, right? No kidding, though. Like, you know, if you're also a 90s kid, you remember how, every, like, actor would say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so from this show." And then they would, like, draw, like, the mouse ears with that wand. Brenda Song there's a thing of, like, Brenda Song promoting Amphibia saying, "Hi, I'm Brenda Song from The Sweet Life on Deck. I mean Amphibia, and you're watching Disney Channel." She does, like, she draws the mouse ears, and she's like, "It's good to be back." I'm like, first of all, Brenda Song is now one of my new favorite famous people. I mean, I didn't dislike her at all, but now, like, she's really brought to the forefront now. And second of all, when she did, like, the mouse ears thing, she owned it. And she's like, "It's good to be back." I'm like, you know what? It's good to have you back. I think Amphibia is going to be, like, the breakout hit of, like, 2019 in terms of new shows coming out. And I can't wait. Man, I want summer 2019 to get here now. But it's okay, though, because it's April 30th. It's on the horizon. And you know what? I think that's awesome. And now I'm just looking forward to the future even more. So like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. As always, I'm very humble I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I hope that we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. You know, final day of April. Let's make it a good one. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear, and I'll always have your back. Take care, and make good choices.